So as of now, everybody here is under citizen's arrest. I know that doesn't matter to you guys because you're lawbreakers, right?
Yeah, negative, sir.
What's that? What do you mean negative?
No, we're not under arrest.
Why aren't you under arrest? I just placed you under arrest. I'm a citizen.
Doesn't work that
You
way.
guys are committing a felony, so I have a right to place you under arrest. Are you resisting? So you're resisting arrest?
No, sir. Doesn't work that way.
How does it not work that way? I'm aware of the law.
Okay.
And the law says that is there not a citizen's arrest in Arizona?
Well, for
If
certain situations.
Yeah,
yes.
if somebody, and what's the situation?
You can't do that. in
What's the
situation.
situation for a citizen to place you under arrest?
Sorry.
What's
You can either go on.
I know what the situation is. If you guys are in the act of committing a felony, which you're committing a class 6 felony, then I can place you under arrest. Unlawful arrest, kidnapping,
No.
breaking and entering. Did you break into this car?
No.
You sure? Now what about this car says it's a state vehicle? Does this look like a state vehicle to you?
Sir, I'm not going to do this with you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Sir, what's your name? Let's see. What is that? BM. I don't know what kind of name that is. Swarangan guy. No wonder I didn't get it. You're a lieutenant, right?
Sure am.
What legal joinder does she have with the
We're
state?
not going to discuss this with you.
Let me understand something. How do you have authority? Where do you think your authority comes from? Where does your
State,
authority
city.
come from? What's that?
Where does your authority come from?
I'm responsible for you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Who pays your bills? Who
I pay
pays your
my-
bills? Yeah, and where does that money come from?
pay my-
Where does that money come from? The people, right?
Yeah, and I'm the people.
Yeah, I'm the people.
I'm the people.
You're a public servant right now. Yeah, but you're acting in the
sir,
capacity of a
you can
public
go on,
servant.
please.
I'm the people.
All right.
Okay, so you're my responsibility, correct?
You can go
Who
on.
has the responsibility for who?
You can move
Who
on.
has the responsibility for who?
Are you going to
Who has, I'm asking you, who has the responsibility for who?
You don't have a responsibility for me.
Yeah, I do. Because if you guys, okay, so if you're breaking the law, who's supposed to arrest you?
Sir, you
If
can
you're
move on.
breaking the law, who's supposed to arrest you? Now, you guys are resisting arrest. That's going to be a $10,000 fine for each of you. That you're all going to be billed. You're all going to be charged. I'm going to need to get everybody's name and badge number, starting with you.
8105.
Name.
SPEIER.
Zelman Lopez, 8792.
Fulcher 8618.
Thank you.
Cam behind you. Cam.
Why do you guys need to know about cameras?
Cam.
Hey, I just want to know, why do you guys need to know about cameras?
What are you talking about?
Are you guys scared of hiding something?
His name is Cam.
Oh, Cam. You said Cam behind you. Sorry.
He just wants your name and your badge number.
Wells, 8979.
All right. Well, I'm just letting you know, since I already let them know, I placed you all under arrest for a class 6 felony for unlawful arrest, because you don't have any authority to arrest this private citizen. She's not a surety or have any legal joinders with the state. Now I'm going to give you guys an education here. You're policy enforcers, not law enforcers. Your name is police, for God's sakes. That's a fucking root word, policy. You enforce policies like McDonald's policy, and she doesn't have any legal joinders with the state, no driver's license, no plates, no kind of connection to the state. You have zero authority, no more authority than I have. You are public servants that enforce public policies. That means if someone does not, and nobody's towing this car, where are the keys?
It's getting towed.
Why is it getting towed?
Because it hasn't had registration on it about.
It's not a public car.
You're operating on a public roadway, are you not?
There's I can give you 10 Supreme Court decisions that say you have a right to travel on the public roadways unless you're engaged in commerce. Was she engaged in commerce?
Go for it. Tell me your 10 things.
I'll pull them up and send them to you. I have your name. Give me your email. I'll go ahead and send them to you.
BrandonSpire@Phoenix.com.
Okay, I'll send it to you. There are definitely multiple Supreme Court rulings, and I read judges. I don't read gurus on YouTube. I don't go through police handbooks. I go through judges' rulings. And judges in Supreme Courts, state courts, U.S. district courts have all ruled that unless you're engaged in commerce on the public roadways, you have a right to travel on them and use them as you see fit for your own personal traveling around. The only reason that it's licensed is because you have to have, in case, like, if I went into a library and started a business, that's a licensed activity. Licensing is only for things that are illegal otherwise. It's not illegal to travel in your private automobile.
You guys will have all day long to go to court, aren't
You will have to go to court too, because I'm charging all of you. And you should be getting on the curb so I can arrest you. Honestly, you guys are under arrest, and what you're doing, what are you guys, sovereign citizens? You don't believe you have to follow the law? Yeah, see? You don't believe you guys have to follow. You're above the law because you have a costume on, right? No, you're not. The law says, look, see that? Non-commercial, private.
Yep, I see that you put that on there.
Yeah? So what makes it a commercial vehicle? How is it operating? Operating is a commercial term. How is she operating a commercial vehicle? So you guys don't have any answers. You don't know the law. Do any of you even know the first 5 elements of the First Amendment? Anybody? Impress me with your law knowledge. What are the 5 elements of the First Amendment? No? Don't know them? Don't know them? So you guys are supposed to be enforcing the law and you don't know it. What do you know about the law? You know policies. That's why you're called police. Policy, police. See how they go together? You guys are not law enforcers. Sheriff is a law enforcer. He's an elected constitutional law enforcer. Even though they're not acting like it now, they act like policy enforcers. But you guys are, by your very name, policy enforcers, police.
Sidewalk so nobody gets run over.
Now you're stealing a car. So you're adding that to the offenses. And I know you're a lieutenant, so you know what I'm talking about. You know what, that's why you won't say anything. Because if I was wrong, you'd say, no, you're wrong because of this and this and this. But you won't because you know I'm right. Right?
I'm not discussing this.
Yeah, because you know I'm right. This case has already been bonded out. The judge never replied. The courts never replied. No one ever replied because they don't have any arguments to it.
That she'll be out quick then, right?
We'll see. She shouldn't be in there at all. What's quick? Quick is now. You guys are making an unlawful arrest, and you're all still technically under arrest. I came here and placed you under arrest for an actual crime with a victim. What have you guys done? You've enforced a policy you don't have any authority to enforce. She's not a commercial vehicle. She doesn't have any evidence of being a commercial vehicle. She's traveling on the road as a private citizen. There's, like I told this guy, or that guy over there, there's at least 10 Supreme Court cases, well, not all Supreme Court, but district court cases that I've read from judges specifically saying that the right to travel is not to be infringed on the public roadways. Anybody can travel on the public roadways unless they're engaged in commerce of some sort. Her thing says non-commercial. It's right on there. This isn't a commercial vehicle. She's not engaged in commerce on the road. What do you have to say about that? You don't have any, you're just like, I'm not going to talk about it because if I say anything, I can be held liable. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You're right. Now, there's supposed to be a car coming here to arrest you guys. We'll see if it shows up. How do you pronounce your name?
Sawar Ramsamah.
Sawar, what kind of name is that?
It's Thai. Yeah.
Thai? You don't look Thai. Not only that, whoever, do you have a copy of the warrant? I'd like to see a copy of the warrant because anything that has her name on it is copyrighted property and has an unauthorized usage fee of $500,000. So that's going to be really expensive for somebody. And you know what? Here's the kicker. Under UCC, that's non-judicial. I don't have to go to court. I'm just going to be billing you guys in the mail. You're just going to get a bill, and then I'm going to place a lien on you. And then you're not going to be able to get cards or anything else until you go to court. You're going to have to go to court and prove me wrong, which you aren't going to be able to do. Because you can do this shit on the street, but it's not going to fly in court. I can tell you that right now. I know the law. I do. Unlike you guys, I can state the 5 elements of the First Amendment. You can't. You guys don't even, that's the most basic law thing there is. And you can't state the 5 elements of the First Amendment, can you? Name them. I'll give you one. Religion. Freedom of religion. What's the other 4? This is pathetic. It's pathetic. And you guys call yourself law enforcement. You're not law, that in itself is a fraud. You're policy enforcers. That's why you're called police. Why would they have a separate law enforcement from the sheriff? They already have law enforcement. It's called the sheriff. Why would they create policy enforcers? For policies. For commercial policies. You guys are like the McDonald's has policies. If you're a franchisee, you can't start selling lasagna on your own. You have to follow McDonald's policies. Just like if you decide you want to have legal joinders with the state and take Social Security and get free lunches from the state, then you have to follow their policies. You haven't given any evidence of any legal joinder she has with the state because she doesn't have any. She's already wrote the government. She's already wrote the Treasury. She's already wrote the Vice President. She's already wrote everybody, the judge, everybody, and told her she doesn't have any connections with the state. She doesn't have a driver's license. She doesn't have registration. She doesn't have a voter registration. She has zero connections with you guys. You are out of your league here, all of you.
Yep. All right.
All right, have a good day, sir.
All right, you're all resisting arrest. We'll add that to your crimes. Kidnapping, unlawful arrest, resisting arrest, all crimes of the Phoenix Police Department. You'll all be getting your summons. And when you go to apply for a car, don't be surprised when you see the lien on there and they go, you can't get anything. Because every one of you is going to have a lien slapped on you as well. And guess what? I'd love to see you guys go to court and talk yourself out of this lien. And you know what? It's as simple as filing a UCC-1. You won't be able to buy shit in your name. Good luck with that. You're a criminal. Remember, you're a criminal.